So, müssen wir wieder mit dem Schmiedboy reden. Der gute Schledorn.
Blackthorn, can I ask a favor?
Hell with it.
It's for Mid.
This my last chance to say I'm otherwise engaged. Spare myself the arseache. Go on then. What is it this time?
She said you would know. Here.
Schnormock. Du bist auch so ein Schnormock, ey. Ha, voll wie.
Well, I don't know what the hell you'd want this for, but I can make it. Won't be easy though. And I'll need help. Get Gavin-Otto in here, will you?
All right.
So Mid's roped us all in here again, has she? Typical. Still, if that's what it takes to get her to visit Sid's grave, I'll do what I can.
And, what is it we need to do, exactly?
Take a look at this. It's this plating. The usual sword grade steel won't work. We need something that can get very hot, very fast, and still keep its shape. That means an alloy. Something that won't break or buckle at the temperatures she's talking about. Which is where you lot come in. I need materials, and I've got my work cut out already. You'll have to fetch them. Now, there's a special kind of sand I'm after that you can only find out in the Velcroy. Stardust, they call it. As for the rest of the stuff, my usual supply should have it in stock. It just needs buying and bringing back here.
Well, we'll get it done quicker if we split up. One of us should probably give you an hand collecting the sand.
And the other can go and get the rest from this supplier.
Right then.
Well, make your minds up who's going where. We can get this over with.
Dampf ablassen 1. Auftrag angenommen.
You going after the Stardust then, are you? Which
Bis
one
später,
of these
Wolfi.
two lucky souls is going with you?
Schlaf gut. Wer soll dich begleiten? Wir nehmen den Gaff mit.
Gav, you're with me.
All right, then. So, where do we find this Stardust stuff?
There's a river that runs through the southern reaches of the Velcroy. It's the
Schau mal,
black
Wolfi,
sand
ne?
that washes up on its banks that you're after.
Gute Geschichten gibt nachher.
Southern reaches of the Velcroy, eh? That's down past Alamil. I'll go and scout the place out. See about hiring us a wagon to bring the stuff back to.
All right. I'll meet you by the river.
While you're off having a paddle, I'll pick up the rest of the stuff from Blackthorn's supplier. Take care.
You two, eh? Don't go letting them fleece ya.
Fleece me? I like to see him try.
In your own time. Back, are ya? What do you want?
Oha, ich könnte einen Verstärker 2 bauen. Ja, dann machen wir das.
My best work, but it'll do. And
Begib dich zum Fluss im Süden der Velcroy. Okay. Ah ja, okay. I know wohin.
The finest rings.
Looks like I found the river. Now where's Gav?
So, für die paar Meter rufen wir jetzt keinen Chocobo. Hi, Gav.
Sorry to keep you, Gav.
Better late than never. I've had a quick scout about, and I reckon round here's our best bet if we want to grab as much of this Stardust stuff as we can. Don't know what Blackthorn's planning to do with it, though. I asked over in Dalamil, and they seem to think it was worthless. But if Stardust is what Blackthorn wants, Stardust is what he'll get. There's plenty of the stuff lying about, just begging to be bagged.
Then let's get bagging, shall we?
We shall. Race ya.
Sarah, grüß dich. Gut geht's. Wie geht's dir, Mann? Herzlich willkommen. Ich hoffe, so einen schönen Tag gehabt.
Ready, go? Thanks, Gal. So this is Stardust. It just looks like black sand to me.
Heb doch auf, Cliff. Mann. Was geht Schönes beim Sarah? Auch weiter zocken. Bestimmt, oder? Das freut mich. Auch. Oh ja, habe FF16 weitergespielt. Ich hoffe, die bringen noch DLCs oder dass FF17 wieder von Yoshis Team gemacht wird. Dieses Spiel ist so insane. Ja, ich glaube, so wie ich das verstanden hatte, waren keine DLCs geplant. Ja. Aber jetzt mal von DLC abgesehen, auch so ein FF17 mit so einem Kampfsystem und vom Team Yoshi bräuchte man nicht Nein zu sagen. Könnte man schön machen lassen. Aber das wird noch safe einiges dauern. Kommt ja schon in einem halben Jahr und ich bin mir ziemlich sicher, das wird der nächste Banger. Oder in 9 Monaten oder so. FF7 Remake 2, also FF7 Rebirth.
You finished? How much did you get?
Enough. I hope.
Pulvi, danke für dein Gifted Sub an den Sarah. Dankeschön, mein Lieber. Ehrenvoll. Ehrenvoll.
You win. That might even be enough for old Blackthorn. Hey, before we go, do you mind if we have a chat? Feels like ages since we had the chance to talk. You know, man to man like.
It does, doesn't it?
Back when you first took Sid's name, we were talking all the time. Working out what to do in that.
There was a lot to work out.
And there still is. Those shoulders of yours starting to feel the strain. Hardly ever see you around the hideaway nowadays. Always on some errand or other. You can take a day off, you know.
Says the man who spends most of his time behind enemy lines.
Only 'cause you keep sending me there.
I know I can count on you, Gav.
Likewise. So you keep sending me wherever you need to, and I'll keep going. Safe in the knowledge that I have a home to come back to. Thanks to you.
Oh, nice, die beiden. Leider, aber kann es kaum mal in FF14 die Story zu erfahren, denn die alte Story ist ja vorbei. Genau, das hatte ich nämlich auch noch auf dem Schirm. Nächstes Mal jetzt so, wie er sich vorstellt, das könnte so krass sein. Mutter oder so.
Right. That's enough soppy shite for one day. We'd better get this lot back to Blackthorn before he slings his hammer at someone.
Klingt plausibel auf jeden Fall.
And try to get some rest once you're there.
Oh, I plan to. Believe you me. After Blackthorn gets what he needs, of course.
Boah, tatsächlich hatte ich auf FF7 Remake tatsächlich ein bisschen mehr Emotional Damage,
Ready to go home,
wo ich so
boy?
richtig ausgebrochen bin. Aber es hängt auch mit einer eigenen Nostalgie zusammen. Aber das Game ist schon Next Level, High Level. Ohne Wenn und Aber, ohne Zweifel. Also legit seit sehr, sehr, sehr langer Zeit ein Teil, das die Final Fantasy Serie wieder krass pusht. Also von einem eigenen Teil her. Und 14 lasse ich mal weg, weil MMO.
Blackthorn. Got everything you need.
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Cheers for the Stardust. Should be enough to be getting on with.
We should go out on maneuvers together more often. You're beat sneaking around on your Todd all the time.
I'll make a start on putting this thermal plating together then. It will take some time, mind. So if you've got other things to be getting on with, I could do without you breathing down my neck.
Thank you, Blackthorn. I'll let Mid know construction's underway.
Gerade Heaven's Sword fand ich auf Dauer von allen am langweiligsten, muss ich echt sagen. Also Heaven's Sword fanden wir teilweise so öde, dass wir nur noch schnell gelesen haben und so.
Suppose we'd better be getting back to work too.
Aber Rest war
Give us a
Bombe.
shout if you need anything.
So, müssen wir jetzt wieder zu mitrennen. Oh Mann.
I think Mid might need some help.
If I don't come up with something soon.
So, was hat mit zu
You'll be
erzählen?
pleased to hear that Blackthorn started work on the plating.
Excellent. One down, two to go.
So, what's next?
The helm, of course. For this, we'll be repurposing fallen scrap.
Salvage from the ruins? I thought that material was all but impossible to work.
Ah, but we don't have to.
I'm sorry.
Just so happens there's one particular ruin that's broken into exactly the right shape and size pieces for what we need. What's the name back there? I'll give you all the details.
What's her name? Right.
Green Summer, ich heiße dich herzlich willkommen. Wie geht's dir, mein Lieber? Grüß dich. Also Yoshi hat es einfach drauf, man könnte sagen, er ist Storywise ganz oben mit auf dem Thron. Ja, ja. Der, dann Nomura. Und wie heißt der Kerl nochmal, der die Nier-Stories gemacht hat?
Oh,
Yokotaro oder so?
About the helm.
Yes. Mid said I should speak with you.
I'll show you the plans then. Here you see the mithril engine, in which mithril is burned to generate heat.
Gut geht's, Green Summer. Wie geht's dir?
Then harnessed to produce motive force. Excess heat is dealt with by means of the thermal displacement stack, which disperses it into the surrounding air.
Hier ist alles super, mein
Were
Lieber.
we to rely on thermal plating alone to achieve this effect, the rate of excess heat buildup would far exceed the displacement coefficient of the plating. In other words, the reactor would overheat and eventually explode. This is where the helm comes in. It connects to the plating, you see, and serves as a sort of thermal sink to absorb all that excess energy. Our experiments have shown that fallen ceramics are remarkably thermophilic. They can withstand and absorb levels of heat far above anything we are able to make today. And not only that, they're also waterproof and immune to rust, making them the perfect material for our protective hood. Why, if sea or rainwater were to enter the reactor proper, it would vaporize instantly. The forces produced would tear the ship from stern to...
You can stop there. I understand. Mid said we might be able to use parts of a fallen ruin. Where would I find it?
Ah, yes. It's in Lorbert's Pass, near Lostwing. The thing is, well, I probably should have arranged to have the pieces we need brought here sooner. You see, a certain unwanted visitor has taken up residence there. It's no longer a matter of just walking in and taking them. It's, going to be considerably more dangerous than that.
I see. Then I suppose I'd better deal with this unwanted visitor for you. Would that help?
Oh, very much. Thank you, Sid. I'll gather my team and head there right away. We'll meet you outside the ruins.
Auftrag angenommen. Dampf ablassen, Teil 2. Nice. So, reisen wir weiter, ihr Lieben.
I'll be taking you all to a storehouse in the Bales.
Bis gleich, Green.
You don't need behind.
Machen wir von hier aus.
Good girl.
Oh, mit Tales of Arise machst du auch nichts falsch. Mit Tales of Arise machst du überhaupt nichts falsch, Sarah. Physics are great. Salü, wie ist es denn? Physics, bist du es? Hast du dich umbenannt? Wie ist es denn? Es ist mein Game of the Year. Ich glaube, das reicht als Antwort, oder? Das ist mega gut. Das ist mega gut. Tales of Arise, Bombengame. Bombengame. Tales of Arise war richtig Bombe.
Oh, there you are, Sid. Thanks so much for coming. The, ruins are just over there, as is the creature I told you about, I'd imagine. Would you mind?
Of course. I'll be right back.
Ah, verstehe mit dem Moment, okay. Genau, Sky, es war auch in unserer Community das Community-Spiel des Jahres. Es war mein persönliches Spiel des Jahres. Jupp. Aber die Community hat es auch zum Spiel des Jahres abgestimmt im Discord damals.
Anybody home?
Och, nicht schon wieder so einer.
This must be our unwanted visitor. Time to go. Too slow.
Bestie bezwungen. FF16 braucht keine Warnung wegen schädlichen Inhalten, sondern wegen Emotional Damage. Ist wirklich so.
The things I do for you, Mid.
Oh, was ein geiles Teil. Da ich ja der Hack-and-Slash-Freund bin, kommt sofort auf die Liste. Absolut.
Well, don't let us keep you. We'll, see that everything is transported safely back to the hideaway.
All right. I'll let Mid know you're on your way.
Wir machen gerade viel Side-Kram. Also die Hauptstory ist jetzt gerade unter Sidequests unterteilt. Ja, aber wenn man so auf Hack and Slays steht, das ballert sehr gut. Da wirst du richtig deinen Spaß haben, Physik. Also für das Game lege ich meine Hand ins Feuer. Ha, hier geht's auch um Feuer, ne? Ifrit und so. Was ein Fun-Fact gerade. War dumm. Aber nur annähernd. Nur annähernd. Nur annähernd. Also das Spiel kannst du legit mit Games wie Bayonetta, Devil May Cry und Co. vergleichen. Sera, wir hatten ja vorhin den Kampf gegen Titan. Also den letzten Kampf gegen Titan. Digga, was war das für eine krasse Scheiße, die da abging?
Mid. Helena has recovered the material for the helm. She'll be along shortly.
Excellent. Another job well done.
And just one remaining.
Right. Right, the shielding. This one's a bit of a bugger.
How so?
The plating's enough to stop the engines going pop, but those things will still be spitting out enough fire to set the rest of the ship ablaze. Which is why you need proper shielding. A prison for the dragon's breath that's blazing away inside. I thought a triple thick layer of tempered steel might do it. Or more of the stuff that the Fallen use, but they'd both be too heavy. The helm and the plating are bulky enough as it is. Add any more weight and the whole ship would be at the bottom of the briny before we'd even started. I need something light. But I've wrapped my brains and I just can't think what would do it.
Well, if I were in need of obscure knowledge, I know whose counsel I would seek. Harpocrates.
Tomes? Yeah, well, I'd thought of that, obviously. I've got all the details written down here. Can you take this to him, see what he makes of it?
Right away.
So, müssen wir zu Harpokrates wieder, unserem OP-Freund.
Harpocrates, do you have a moment?
For you, Clive, always.
Well, actually, it's for Mid this time. Could you take a look at this?
Shielding for a mithril engine? Whatever will that girl think of next? And what are these notes around the edges?
She has some specific requirements for the materials. The shielding needs to be able to resist extreme heat on the inside, and yet remain cool enough on the outside not to set the ship alight, while also being light enough not to sink it. As you can imagine, she's struggling to find anything that meets her needs.
I see.
I wondered if you might know of a solution, or if you might be able to search the records for one.
Perhaps it is not a different material she requires, but a different approach.
What do you mean?
Consider the lake we have made our home. Its blighted waters eat away far more quickly than fresh water or even brine, at timber and steel alike. And yet, we have made a home here from those very materials nonetheless.
We have. But Bardolph must varnish every board twice over to keep it from rotting. And Obelus complains that without a constant supply of pitch. I see.
Early Gregorian histories
speak of a preparation known as moon dew. It is said to be able to resist even the most ferocious flames. Before the dragoons tamed the worms and wyverns of the realm, nobles would daub their castle walls with it in order to guard against dragonfire.
So if we could recreate it...
It might be applied to some material or other in order to provide the protection Mid requires. As to how best to apply it and to what material, perhaps Bardolph and Obolus might be of assistance. I shall speak to them and see what wisdom they might have to offer. If you would be so kind as to procure the necessary ingredients, I shall discuss the specifics of how it might be most effectively put to use with our two friends. The knowledge of the past may yet prove useful to we of the modern era.
Thank you, Hippocrates. And since you're asking others to help you, perhaps I should too.
Boah, 2 hübsche Mädels jetzt direkt am Start. Hallo?
So you need a hand, do you?
We do. I'll be heading to market for the ingredients we need. I could do with some help. And some company too.
The other can assist me in researching how best to prepare the shielding itself.
Can we count on your aid?
Always. Well, if Jill's game.
Thank you.
I am sure either of these fine young minds would prove indispensable in my research. I leave the decision as to who will go with whom in your capable hands, Clive.
Oha. Auftrag angenommen, Dampf ablassen, 3.
Shielding that guards against even the most ferocious flames. We could have done.
So, Clive, have you made your decision? Who will accompany you on your little excursion?
Bei dem sogar Talia mammelt, weil Jill ist ja immer wieder in verschiedenen Story-Abschnitten dabei.
All right. So, what are we fetching?
Gott, ist die heiß!
I have taken the liberty of preparing a list. Here.
Garlic? Conch shells? Are you sure this is the right list? Looks like the ingredients for someone's supper.
Though these items may seem mundane, they have potent effects that are rarely exploited. Effects for which they were once highly prized. So much so, in fact, that they were harvested almost to extinction.
Love mock.
Having fallen
Wow,
from favor.
Pulvi.
Now, of course, they can be obtained with ease. You should be able to find everything you need at the market in Northreach.
Well, isn't that convenient? I was hoping to be able to make a trip over that way sometime soon. Need to speak to an old acquaintance. I'll meet you there.
All right. Stay safe.
See you later, Clive.
Good luck with your research.
My knowledge is yours.
Kurz die Memothek
I have
upgraden.
compiled some new entries, if you would like to see them.
Oha, kurz vor
If you
Stufe
have a
5.
question for me, I should be
Nice.
happy to answer it.
Gut, wo müssen wir hin? Lalalala. Nach Nordstedt. Ah, ich hätte vorher die Nordstedt-Karte aufmachen sollen.
Now, west.
Aber wir sind im richtigen Fleck direkt. Cool.
Oh yeah.
Keep them pilgers nice and
Need to
chilled.
stock up on these.
Won't abuse.
There you are, Talia.
Ah, and there you are. We shouldn't have any problems finding what we need in a place like this. But if time is of the essence, perhaps we should split up. Take a few items each.
All right. What shall I look for?
Let's see now. Why don't you take the garlic and the pepio nuts? Meet me by the gate when you've got them.
And what can I do for you? An excellent choice.
Oh.
be here if you need me.
Buy, sell, or be gone.
Ein Pepionus. Schon für die Quest?
Ja,
Ja, Schlüsselgegenstand.
take it. There's two.
Und Knoblauch. Ah, hat der Georg da nicht gestern was sogar im Discord gepostet? Ja, es ist ein Spiel, es gibt Knoblauch.
Can I interest you in today? Ah, yes.
That should do it. Hopefully Ty is finished too.
Fresh cuts. Come and get them. Up. You'll not find a bruised pippin in the...
Well, did you find everything?
I did. Here.
Bitteschön. Me lady.
Garlic and pepio nuts. Job done. We should get this back to Tomes then. He'll be waiting. But we're not in too much of a rush, are we? Quick chat.
Ramontisch hier.
Do you know, I think this is the very first time we've been out on an errand together.
I think you might be right.
In all the years since you and that scowl of yours first appeared, you haven't invited me out once. For shame.
Ja, Clive ist auch ein Holzkopf.
Well, it seemed long overdue. And you did say you had some shopping to do.
I was hoping to restock my supplies of herbs and liniment, yes. You and Jill alone burned through them like wildfire. No luck, though. My usual supplier's not here, and I refuse to pay the prices these gougers charge.
I'll ask Karen when we get back. What is it?
Oh, just memories. I came here with Sid once, shopping for supplies, just like today. And just like today, I came away empty-handed. Sid even said he'd speak to Karen for me when we got back. Has it really been 5 years? I remember it as if it was yesterday. Hold on. Does that mean it's been 5 years since we met? Feels a lot longer.
It does. In a good way, of course. Thank you, Tyre.
For what?
For everything. I just want you to know that all you've done for us, all you still do, it's appreciated.
Do you think I'd stick around if I thought it wasn't? But in the spirit of sharing and caring, you're appreciated too, by all of us.
Oh, wie die sich schön austauschen an Vertrauen. Der war mega. 12 von 10. Der war extrem geil. Also wir waren hier alle richtig am Hypen, ey. Und vor allem richtig lang auch, der Kampf.
Well, I think we've tarried long enough. I ought to get these ingredients back to Tomes so he can make up this concoction of his. I'll meet you back at the hideaway, all right?
All right. And thanks again.
I heard you the first time.
Okay, das heißt wieder zurückreisen, wunderbar. Gegen Flotti Motti. Nee, Real Talk, der Kampf gegen Titan, der war extrem stark, gut gemacht, umgesetzt. Und auch story-wise wieder sehr krass, ey.
I wonder how Hippocrates is getting on with the moon dew.
Ja? Das war nicht mehr normal, ey, mit der Größe.
How's work on the shielding progressing, Hippocrates?
Well, very well indeed. And thanks in no small part to your kind assistance. I was just explaining to Tarja how we might best go about preparing the moon dew. And now that we have all the ingredients, we may begin.
You can count on me. I've mixed more than a few mysterious concoctions in my time.
I'm sure you have. What about the shielding itself?
Work is underway, under the watchful eyes of Bardolph and Obolus.
Apparently, it'll be ready soon.
Thank you. All of you.
Alles klar, Physik, danke dir.
So, would you join me in the infirmary? Many hands make light work and all that.
Of course.
Ich darf so lange trollen, wie ich lebe oder Shiva mich kalt stellt. Wow.
Oh, and Clive. It was good to talk. We should do it again sometime.
It appears our work here is almost at an end. A shame. I was enjoying playing the man of action for once. When both the shielding and the moondew are ready, it will merely be a matter of applying the one to the other. Followed by a rigorous process of testing and retesting, of course. Perhaps someone ought to warn young Mid of that.
Leave it to me. Thank you, Hippocrates.
Nice, Auftrag abgeschlossen. Können wir damit mit bestimmt reden gehen?
Well, I'd better go and give Mid the good news then.
Yep. Sprich erneut mit. Oh Mann. Shiva, ja, Shiva ist halt Liebe. Ja, ja, kann man unterschreiben. Es ist, ja, ja. Die ist wert, geliebt zu werden. Sehr schöne Esper. So, gleich, wenn wir mal gesprochen haben mit der bin ich schon mal kurz AFK. Ich guck mal gerade daneben an wegen Essen und so, ob es da was gibt. Ansonsten muss ich mir wahrscheinlich was bestellen. Ja, mir gefällt das Design der Shiva hier in 16 sehr. Wobei ich Shiva meist generell ein cooles Design hat. Ja, mein Bruder wohnt nebenan mit seiner Frau und Familie. Cool wie.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mid. But you'll be pleased to know that work on the shielding is underway.
You found something for it?
In a manner of speaking, Hippocrates knew of a substance that's highly resistant to heat. A coating that should provide the protection you need. He's supervising the construction and testing of the shielding as we speak.
Brilliant! I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Don't thank me. I'm just the errand boy.
Right then, better start working out how to bolt all these bits together. To the Black Hammer!
Pulvi, ich muss nicht mal klingeln. Ich hab einen Schlüssel. Ich gehe einfach rein, yo, was geht? Gibt's Essen. Und dann gehe ich wieder.
You know, when I got into the smithing game, I thought I'd be making swords and shields, not thermal bleeding didgeridoo-dahs.
Displacement stacks.
Same difference. Whatever you call it, I ain't putting it together in here. It's cramped enough as it is. Let's take this outside. Mid, you get all the parts lined up on the deck. I'll take care of the rest.
On my way.
Ooh. Oh, and bring me the biggest hammer you can find. This is gonna require some precision walloping.
Kennen wir Theme KO anders? Wow, Ufe. Einige Zeit später.
It's finished! It's finally finished!
Thank fuck for that. I'll be feeling my hammer arm for weeks.
Thank you, Clive, Blackthorn, everyone. That's one down and just 3 more to go.
I'm sorry.
Wow.
Oh, didn't I tell you? The Enterprise has 4 mithril engines, and we'll be needing a displacement stack for each.
You don't mean...
Don't worry. Now they've got a finished one to work off. My gang in Canva can build the rest.
Good luck to them, I say. Right, I'm off to get a sling for this elbow. Any other work comes in, keep it to yourselves, eh?
Wie nett. Yo, WB, Green Summer.
What's the matter?
Nothing. Just daydreaming. Thinking about the Enterprise sailing off over the horizon to shores unknown. Searching for a land untouched by the blight. Just like me and my dad planned. So if the worst came to the worst and every scrap of soil in the twins turned black, we might still have a chance. That's what she was meant to be. You see, one last chance just in case we needed it. But now she's so close to being finished, I've realized I don't want her to be that. I don't want her to be just a lifeboat for us to cling to if things get desperate. I want people to sail aboard her by choice, not from the lack of it. In a world where we're not just trying to survive, but where we can actually live.
I'm working on that. And I'll do everything I can to get you what you want.
Don't you always? All right. My mind's made up. As soon as the Enterprise is fit to sail, I'm putting her under your command. Sod our plans, I'm trusting in yours.
Are you sure about this?
Something tells me it's what my dad would have wanted.
He'd be proud of you.
You were gonna visit his grave, weren't you?
I was. And you can come too now that your little project is finished.
Right.
Oha.
Just one thing I need to finish up first. Won't be a mo.
All right. I'll let Otto know you're coming. Meet us in the mess when you're ready.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Boah, neuer Auftrag ist in der Nähe verfügbar. Gehen wir erstmal die hier holen für die Wissenschaft und dann Richtung unser Zimmer, da gibt es Post. Und auch einen Auftrag. Ah, bestimmt über einen Brief, eine Nebenquest, okay.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Muss ich hier vielleicht runter? Jo.
Well. Here, Sid. Reckon you might be just the man to help me out of a bit of bother, if you've a mind to.
Let's hear it.
Well, it's about this alembic the chief's got me making. Lovely bit of kit it is. Bunging a solution you want splitting, and it'll separate it out, just like that. Problem is, it won't always get rid of all the impurities. And with some of the stuff we need it for, that ain't good enough. Which is why I've been looking for something to filter the liquid we'll be cooking off. And that's where I was hoping you could help me out.
Warum denn nicht? Helfen wir dir.
I imagine Ty could get some use out of this alembic too. Distilling medicines and the like. All right. Why not?
Proper job!
So what exactly do you need for this filter?
Nothing but bomb ash'll do, says the chief. Gave me a sample she'd obtained from the university stores. Couldn't believe my eyes. You pour the blackest blight water through it, and it comes out clear as a mountain stream. So, I did a bit of reading about where I might be able to get hold of some. And do you know what I found out? It's only the blimmin' bones of a bomb king. They leave them behind when they die, see?
I take it that's where I come in.
If you wouldn't mind. I saw a billet on the hunt board for one just the other day.
Oha.
Would've gone
Neues
myself.
Jagdmonster.
Well, Fighting dirty great balls of flame ain't exactly my forte. You, on the other hand...
All right. I'll see what I can do.
Thank you kindly. And good hunting, eh?
Für die Wissenschaft. Für Fortnite. Kann man jetzt Trick 17 machen, um ein bisschen Laufweg zu sparen. Einfach vom Versteck ins Versteck reisen. Ja, ein bisschen abgekürzt. Joa. Nennt mich Hackerman.
He cracked the crystal too.
Wegen Schledorn. Simok hat gestern sogar Fortnite geradet. Ja, siehst mal, wie verzweifelt ich war, Pulvi. Kappa. Danke für deine Hilfe mit Schledorn neulich. Leider scheint dem alten Grieskram schon wieder eine Laus über die Leber gelaufen zu sein. Er zieht jedenfalls ständig ein langes Gesicht und grummelt in sich rein. Ich frage mich, ob er nicht noch was anderes auf dem Herzen hatte, als nur die Sache mit dem Leder. Ich weiß nicht, was ist, aber irgendwas rumort in ihm. Ich weiß, du hast immer gut zu tun, aber wenn du das irgendwo dazwischen schieben kannst, würdest du dann mit mir zu Schledorn gehen und ihn fragen, was da los ist? August.
Hopefully it's nothing. But I should speak to Blackthorn just in case.
Zeit des Glückes, Schmied 2. Auftrag angenommen. Ein schlechtes Bauchgefühl. Clive, irgendwas stimmt mit deinem Vierbeiner nicht. Komm doch mal zu meinem Bütchen, wann immer es seiner Lordschaft passt. Karen.
What could be wrong with Torgor? He seemed well enough when I last saw him.
Wenn der Postmann 10-mal klingelt, liest 10 in der Post eingegangene Briefe. Oha. Unter 4 Augen. Ich bin auf Ottos Anweisung hin die Buchhaltung durchgegangen und habe vielleicht etwas entdeckt, um das du dich vielleicht kümmern sollst. Möglicherweise. Und damit meine ich sofort. Du weißt, wo du mich findest? Gold hier.
Trouble with the ledgers. Shouldn't he be asking Otto for help?
Ja. Gut. Guck mal gerade, was mit dem Essen ist. Dann gebe ich euch mal Bescheid, ja.